Yeah, hi, hello everyone. Welcome to full stack development session. So before I start anything, just give me the confirmation that you guys are able to see my screen and as well as you are able to hear my voice properly. So one of you just give me the confirmation so that we can go ahead. Yeah, Arnett, someone, Ima, you're able to see my screen and you're able to hear my voice properly. Just give me the confirmation.
We are able to see.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so that before I talk about full stack development and all, let me give you some small introduction about myself. I am Keshav. I have been working as a full stack developer around 9 years. The moment I start my journey as a developer, so from that time onwards, I'm into teaching. So I'm into different technologies, all front end UI technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and I worked on React and as well as both Angular. So coming to the backend, I am equally good with Node.js and as well as Java. Coming to the databases, I'm having good experience in all SQL-based databases and NoSQL database like MongoDB. So that's it, guys. That is about myself. Let's not waste much time here. So we'll jump into subject. So here we are assembled here today to talk about the word like full stack development. But before I talk about full stack development and different technologies involved in full stack development, yes, definitely I talk. But before we talk about all these things, first we should know why we need to learn these things. Means why we need to learn this full stack development, and before that, what is exactly full stack development, and all we'll be talking now. Before I talk about all these technical things, normally whenever we open on our laptop, usually work with different kind of applications, right? On our daily basis, we work with different applications. See, the application which I'm using now is also an application, Notepad, right? And calculator. We work with the MS Word. Sometimes some media players. If you want to, watch any movie or any video, we'll be using the media players. All these are different applications we'll be working on our daily basis. So apart from this, in our same laptop, we'll be using something like Gmail, something like Facebook, something like IRCTC, or if you wanted to do some shopping, online shopping, we'll be using something like Amazon, etc. These are also some applications on our daily basis we work on. Same, these are also some applications. So, what is the fundamental difference between these two? Because I kept them in separate categories. This is category one, this is category two. So, I want the answer. It's like, what is the major difference? So, don't be too much technical. Just by looking at those names, we can able to see the difference. So, what is that? Just I want like that. So I want as just like a layman, not like a too much technical. So what's the difference between them?
Windows application and the hosted web application, one and two difference. On
First one is what?
first ones are Windows application directly on your laptop, desktop, or any system. It is uh,
Okay.
installed or accessible, and these are
Okay.
hosted on the server. The second ones, and it is
Mm.
accessible with the internet.
Yeah. Good. So here, simple. He gave some good explanation. But just to by looking at this, whatever he said, correct. But for that, I am just starting from the brick one. If you want to work with this category of applications, we don't require internet connection. But if you want to work with the second category of applications, definitely we require internet connection. There's a fundamental difference between these two categories of applications. Okay, fine. But why actually we don't require internet here and why actually we require internet here? People generally have some idea like Gmail, no, that's why we have to connect it through internet. Okay, it's a Gmail. We are doing some activities in the Gmail. But same, we are also doing some activities in the MS Word, right? But why we do not require internet here? Why we require internet here is simple. The names are there. Actually, these applications are called standalone applications. Category is called what? Standalone applications. And the second category is called web-based applications. Or in simple words, we say web applications. And why we don't require internet here and why we require internet in the second case is, if we wanted to work with the first category of applications, what to be done here is you need one system. What we require here? One system, only one system. In that system, if you want to work with that particular application at a time, you require only one system. So what is the example of that? MS Word or something. Someone will already write that one. Someone would have already created the application. So that is what software. How software application will be created? Here, if you want to create a software application, what it will be containing? Different programs it will be containing. So how to write different programs? By using any programming language. So assume like someone already know the programming language better, someone already created it and that will be installed in that particular computer. Here I am talking like a user only, don't think like a developer, I am just talking like a user. If we want to use it, someone already created that application and installed in it, we require only one system to work with that. So coming to the second one, I will tell you how why one system. Here what is that difference, you will come to know here. In this category, if we wanted to work with any of these applications at a time, we require two systems to be working. Here only one system, but here two. You may say no, no sir, something like that, we use only one system where only will be connecting and no, that is, let's say simple example, all of you are using Gmail, right? Yeah, we are using Gmail. So where is your Gmail? If you say, if you open your phone and if you say like my Gmail is in my phone, then you can open your Gmail in your laptop also. Yes, you can open your Gmail in my laptop also. If you know credentials, you can open it, right? Assume like I have one laptop here. In that also you can open your Gmail, right? So if your answer is like first question, like where is your Gmail? If you say in your phone, that is not exactly right answer. Why? Because if it is present in your phone, then why it is present in another laptop? You understood, right? So actually your Gmail is not stored in your phone. Means not present only in your phone. You are accessing it through your phone. Got it, right? Or whether you are accessing it through our desktop or our laptop, but actually it is stored somewhere else, right? So that somewhere else is like a general word, but that somewhere else is called server computer. It's a server. Actually it's a server computer. In simple words, people say server. So we require actually two systems here. One is the system where actually the data is stored, that is called server system, and the other one is here which we are using like our mobile or laptop or anything. So here those two systems are technically called client system and the other one is called what? Server system. What are they? Client system and server system. If you want to work with this kind of application, see here, we need two systems. Server system should be existed and client system should be existed. Here also simple story. Client system is at which place? At our place only. Means your laptop is with you only, your phone is with you only. But where is the server? If you talk about Gmail server is at Google office. Facebook server is at Facebook office, right? So If that system is also with you, then you can make connection. You understood? See, I want to send normal files from my phone to computer. Then what to do? Put a simple data cable here to here, you can transfer. But what I am saying now also, I am having one computer, my client, but my server is at some remote place. So now I cannot have my own wire. So that's the reason we take the help of internet. Got it? That is the actual reason why we need internet to work with this kind of application. The actual reason is we need two systems to be connected to work with this kind of application. Those two are client and server. Client is at our local system, it's like a local system, but server system is at some remote place. Since we are unable to connect, already so many lakhs of millions of computers are already connected through internet. We will be using the same internet to connect to our server computer. Okay, then we know that I'm only telling like so many millions of computers are connected together. Then how can I connect only to that Gmail server or whichever server I want? Then what should happen? See, here so many people are there in my class now. So here so many people are here. Now, if I wanted to talk to you guys, then what I have to say? I have to talk to you something like dear students, dear guys, something like that. Hello friends, like that I have to talk. Or if I want to talk to only one particular person, if I want to talk to only one particular person, then what I have to do? I have to talk with the name. I have to call it with the name. The same way, yes, so many computers are connected together, but I want to connect to a specific computer. Then what I have to do here is something specific, right? For people who have specific thing is name, something name or anything, but here we have something for computers is IP address. So all the computers connected together through internet are having what? IP address. So if you talk in our example, what I am talking, okay, Gmail, right? Gmail will have one IP address. Gmail means what? It is also a computer. Gmail server will have one IP address. You people know this, right? Servers are also computers. You know or not? Don't know. You know Dell? See, this is also computer. Able to see here? This is also a computer. Don't have that concept like one monitor should be there, keyboard should be there. No, keyboard monitor is just but actually where in the CPU, right? That is what computer. These are actually server computers. So not this. You'll be having so many here. I can show you. See, now able to see this. These are computers. These are server computers. If you look at them, whose size will be more, not just physical size, the capability will be more. So your normal computers will have something what we have GB 16 GB something like that. Computers will be having here 100 GB like that processing. That infrastructure will be there. So example I am telling. See here, this one something Dell. See, able to see server computers usually look like this. If it is too big, it will be having something like this. You might have seen in even in the movies also, right? So what I mean to say is your Gmail server is also a computer. That's it. But that no person will sit in that. That's why it will not have any keyboard or monitor. Then what it will have? It will have all computation activities. So what we do here is from our client we connect it to the Gmail server and we do something here that will go there. It will be processed there. So that's it. Now okay, now I want to connect to the Gmail server. I want to connect to the Gmail server. Here I am talking all these things to talk about full stack only, because we guys should know first of all why we are learning the particular course, not just the contents of the course. Contents can be simple, you can type and you can get the contents, but actually behind the scenes why we should learn that we should know. So for that only I'm talking this. So now here Gmail server, right? If you want to connect to that Gmail server, we have to type the IP address. You guys know already that usually IP addresses will be like this, you know that, right? The numbering will be like this, some three numbers dot to two numbers like that. In a daily basis, on a daily basis we work with so many applications, so we cannot remember. For one thing you can remember IP address, but for two three things also you cannot remember. So yes, it is there, but for us it's a difficult task. Like a users, it is a for users it will be a difficult task to remember the IP address. Then what we do is, in our client system generally we have to type the IP address, but it is difficult, right? Instead of that IP address, what we do here is, here, okay, let's say for this one 192 and all, instead of that what we do here is something like this, we type gmail.com. So these are called domain names. What we call them? Domain names. So what this domain names will do here is, this is only for our convenience, but computer will be connected in the background with IP address only, but this is only for ourselves. Like, if you type gmail.com here, in the background it will be connected to that 190, not may not be same, but that number only, it will be connected. So that's it. All this story I talked only about the purpose of connecting client with the server system. So server system is in the remote place. That is the reason we have to take the help of internet. So open your client system, we have to connect it to the internet, right? That's why take the help of browser. In that type the IP address or type the domain name, so that it will be connected. So client and server will be connected, then you can do the activities. Clear? But how we are able to do the activities here? Because see here, already in the server, what to be done, already programs are written. And client side also, whenever you open that website, what to be done, everything is already written. Programs are already written, as a user will be using them. So here, what is the second category here? Web based applications, right? So the learning of developing the web based or web applications is nothing but your full stack development process, or the journey of full stack development is nothing but this one. Clear? Okay, let's say example, now we connected till where we got now, up to connection, right? Assume like we opened the client system and we connected to the server system. Inside the client system, what we can have, we can have different client means your computer only, you can have browser, so many things, but I want to connect it to the server system. Then what we'll be doing, we'll be opening the browser and we'll be typing that particular IP address and all, we'll be connecting. After connecting, what we will do, assume same example you take that, like what is the example here, client to server, Gmail server only. Take the example of we are working with Gmail. Then what we will do? We'll type gmail.com. Now connected to the Gmail. What we will do with Gmail? If you already have account with the Gmail, we will log in, right? If you don't have account, what we will do? We will sign up or registration. For that, in our client computer, we enter some details, right? Some details you enter, username, something different, first name, last name, mobile number, blah blah blah. We'll be entering. After entering, what we will do? We'll be clicking a button like sign up or something, register, some button we'll be clicking. Then what happens is, our data will go from client to the server, go from client to the server. Inside the server, already one program will be written. What is the program name? Registration. So this data will go to the program called registration, and what this program will do here is, that will take the data and it will call the database. It will call the database and it will store that data into the database. If you take this Gmail as the example, it will open the Gmail user table and it will store your data also as the one of the user into the table. After doing that, who will do all this? This program only will do. After storing into the database, here it will generate one message. What it will do? It will generate one message. So what will be that message? Simply like your registration successfully completed. Understood? So first what will happen here is, you will be sending the data here. So whatever the data you are sending here, the data will go to the server. Inside the server, to hold the data, specific program will be there. That program will do whatever the activity to be done. Once the activity is done, then it will be generating a message and message will be sent back to the client. Got it? Okay. Now next day, tomorrow, today we did this, assume tomorrow also you'll again sign up. No, right? No, no. If you want to use Gmail, tomorrow also you will register. No, only one day will be registering. What's your name? Venkat. Yeah. So assume like today we registered as Venkat at Gmail is the user. 1234 is the password. Now we registered successfully. Now tomorrow we want to open. Then what to do? We should not open registration page now. Simply we have to go with the login page. Yeah, you guys can look into the message chat box. There is a number to that particular number. You people just you know ping to that number so that the communications will be easy for you. They'll be communicating with you. If you do not have that number, just note down that number and you can ping to that number. Yeah. Okay, fine. Now here, uh, next day, okay. Assume we already registered. Next day, what you have to do? Login. What we have to do? Login. For that also you'll be having one box. Login page will be going there. Username and password. Assume Venkat at Gmail, you enter the username and password now. Now, what will happen? Your username and password will again go to the server. This time inside the server, you will be having one more program here, validation or login program will be there. Some program. What this program will do is this will take your username and password. It will cross check with the database. It will be cross checking with the database because in your database your original username and password is stored. Assume Venkat at Gmail you entered, but our password is 1234. Assume we entered wrong password now. Let's say example 4321 we entered. Now, what happens is your password and the original password, your current password and original password, both will be checked in this program called login program. If if they are correct, possibilities two possibilities, right? May be correct, may not be correct. If they are correct or if they are matched, then one home page will be sent to you to the client. Or if it is wrong, other case, one error message will be sent to the client. Clear? So here, whatever it is going from client to the server is called request, and whatever it is getting back from server to the client is called response. You take any web application in this world, it is simply a process of request and response cycle only. That's it. You take Google page. Okay, what Google will do? Search engine, right? If you type something in the Google and then hit enter with your searching word, assume like India, you search a word called India. That request will go to the server. There one program is there called search program that will search in the total database of all the websites, and whichever is containing some India related things, the data will be taken. That data will be sent as a response to you. That is what actually happens in the Google. But the thing is, everything is happen within a second. That's why we don't see like our request is going in the server, request is processing, again response is generated, again we are getting back the response. That we cannot see. Why? Because everything will happen within microseconds, not even seconds, within microseconds. That's why we can't see. But reality is what, assume in Hyderabad you are using this laptop. In that you opened something Gmail or what, or Google you opened and you search something. Now your that search word is there, no, that will go to Google server computer. From here to there it will go. Their process will happen. It will tell get all the data, collects the data, that again will travel back to you. All the things will happen, but everything will happen within microsecond. That's why we can't see that. Okay, but why I'm talking about all these things? Because here only registration, right? Next is what? Login. Not only two things, you have so many mails. If it is them, mail. Amazon, you take example of Amazon application, you'll be having registration, login, what we say like payment, add to cart, add to wish list. You know that, right? You know or not? Payments, so many things. All the things are the programs. All those things are called programs. But how they are happening is, already those programs are written. And how these programs are written is, here all these programs are written which side? Server side, right? So that's why we call it as server side software. All these programs together, what we call server side software. To create the server side software, we require knowledge in any of the server side technology. Any of the, not all, any one is enough. Either Java or Node.js or Python or .NET or PHP, like that you can have knowledge in any one of them. Then people will write the code. See, login is one program, right? Registration is one program. Depending on the requirement, people will write all the programs together. So that's why server side software is created. Meanwhile, they will be connecting to the database. To connect to the database also, inside Java, you will be having the code. But in real time, when we are developing the programs, we don't use only technology, like only language we don't use. We will use language, but along with the language, we use these are called programming languages. So along with the programming languages, we use frameworks. What we use? Frameworks. So what exactly frameworks will do is, first thing, frameworks are not programming languages. First of all, frameworks are not programming languages. They are built on any of the programming languages. So but what they will do is, they will make developer life easy. They will make developer life easy. So they will help developers. Let's say example, you are creating one big server side program through Java. What will happen is, behind the scenes Spring also will be there. Along with Java, what will be there? Spring will be there. So people will use Java plus Spring. People don't use only Java, people will use Java plus Spring. But here you can write only through Java, but still people will use Java plus Spring. So like that, here for Node you have Express.js. For Python you have something like Django, or people say Django. Like that you have for .NET, .NET Core, something like that you'll be having. Clear? So this is about server side software and all. Okay, fine, good. So now we got one idea, like, okay, if you know one of the technologies along with some framework, we can properly create all these logics and we can ensure that our application is working good. But here, when we open first your website or client side, we are telling, like, click registration, then enter all the details, then how that should be stored, and all you have written code. Okay, fine. But where you are entering that data, one box will come, right? How that box, that directly will not come from the event, right? Someone also write that box also, right? Got it? So let's say example, that is called registration page. Like that you have login page. Like that you have different pages, right? So if you want to work with that server side software, at the same time client side also software to be created. Client side also it should be created. So client side, it is known as website. What we call it as? Simply website. Here website is nothing but web pages. Website is nothing but what? Web pages. Let's say example of same Gmail only. Okay. Registration page, login page, home page, inbox page, like the different pages. If we know how to create one web page, then we can develop multiple web pages. If we integrate all of them together, that gives you a website. So if you want to work on this side, you should know these things. If you want to work on this side, then we should know how to create a web page. Clear? Now, to create a web page, one should be good with these technologies. What are they? HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Website same. If you know web page, then only you can create a website. So if you want to do that, what are the technologies required? HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. See, if we enter some data, listen carefully here. If you enter some username, password, and all, if you click our username, password correct or not, the checking will be there, right? The checking we cannot see. We can only see the result, the response, but that what is happening, how it is checked, we cannot see. Same registration also, how registration happening also we cannot see. What we can see, your registration successfully completed, means only those responses we can able to see. Request we can send and responses we can able to see, but this registration actual programming, how it is happening and all, we cannot see. That's the reason. This server side software development is known as backend. Is known as what? Backend. And all the web pages we can see with our eyes. Web page is nothing but your registration page, login page, all the things we can able to see. That's the reason we call that as what? Front end. What we call front end. It is a back end development and this is called front end development. Whoever work on this area in the industry are known as back end developers. Whoever work on these areas are known as front end developers. But this was the scenario, not this is the, this was the scenario up to 2015, that 16, that time is there, no? Up to that time, okay, fine. But now companies are expecting a person to be good with back end development and as well as front end development. So the development of backend plus front end together is known as full stack development. And the person whoever does this is known as full stack developer. So full stack development is nothing but a combination of what? Backend plus front end. In other words, it's a end to end web application development process. That is what full stack development is about. Clear? Because client to server where web application only all these things. So we started from something else. Now we came to what is full stack development now. So now from here onwards you can easily understand full stack development is nothing but it's a process which is used to develop end-to-end web application, starting to ending. Complete web application development process is called what? Full stack development. In that, we'll be having back-end development and front-end development. Back-end is a choice. Choice means like you can choose either Java technology or you can choose Node.js. Yeah, that's why I use the slash symbol. You observe there, but for this observe, I use comma. You observe? Here I use comma, but there I use slash. So means if you are good with Java, then learn Spring to Java, fine. That's it. No need of learning Node.js. If you are already good with Node.js, then no need of learning Python or .NET, not required. So any one of the server side technology is fine. But coming to the front end, we have to learn all these three. These three are mandatory minimum. So definitely, see, whatever you do through Java, you can do through Node. Whatever you do through Node, you can do through Python. Here we are learning HTML, comma CSS means definitely HTML duty different, CSS duty different, JavaScript duty different. Clear? All are used for purpose of what? Web page creation only. All are used for web page creation only. But internally, HTML will do one activity, CSS other activity, JavaScript will do some other activity. Got it? And in simple words, what actually HTML will do is here HTML will add the content to your page. What it will do? Content. HTML for what? Web page only, but it will add the content. The content means whatever we see with our eyes. What will be there in the web page? Text, images, links, videos, all are added through HTML. Now next is what? CSS, right? What CSS will do is CSS will add styles to your web page. Let's say example, we created one web page. In that, what I want is dear students, welcome to full stack. That is my website. In that, I have only one heading like dear students, welcome to full stack. That I can write, or I can put one image. That we can do with the HTML. Now the story is the dear students, welcome to full stack should be in yellow color or should be in green color or should be in red color. HTML will not tell. You understood? If I use HTML only, that heading will come. The structure will be created, but how it has to be appeared, so that is done with the help of CSS. So CSS will add styles to your web page. That's why we say CSS is actually responsible for the appearance of your web page. Clear? Next we have JavaScript. Simple words, people say JS. JavaScript. See, all the content is added with the HTML. See, content means don't think about the text only. Content can be anything. Images are content only. Videos are content only. Links are whatever we see on a web page or website, all are added through HTML only. And whatever the stylings we see, colors, positions, backgrounds, all the things are with the CSS. Then you should get it out like already all content is added with the HTML. All stylings also done with the CSS. Then what is the purpose of JavaScript? It is important. That is, see, if I use only HTML CSS, it is like you cannot interact with the website. Let's say example, you created a website with the HTML CSS. Now users will open. What they do, they will only scroll and see that. They can't do anything with the website. I hope you understood. They can only read. Just like you have a paper or pamphlet. What you will do with pamphlet? You will only read it, right? But it's a physical. The same one in the internet, you will be having something like a paper, beautiful paper, but you can't do anything. You understand? Facebook, Facebook after opening you can't be like this, right? You'll do something. Gmail also you'll do something. Those things you cannot do with the HTML and CSS. You understand, right? That's that is in technical words we say using HTML and CSS we can create only static web pages which are not dynamic, means which are not changing. But in real time whatever the web pages we create, they are what? Dynamic web pages. So to create the dynamic web pages we need JavaScript. And in simple words I say, okay, simple example, you have something like red bus, something like for bus booking, right? Make my trip something. You open that site and your friend, another friend also opened the same site, right? Same redbus.com, redbus.com. You select Hyderabad to Bengaluru, then get buses today. Your other friend open Hyderabad, Chennai, get buses. Same site, right? Same page. But to below to that button, after clicking, you'll be getting one table of buses. You'll be getting table of buses, but your bus is different, his bus is different. Understood, right? But that is same site. This also same site. That we cannot achieve with HTML and CSS. Understood? That is called dynamic nature. Clear? Or in one more example, you might have applied to any of the exams or anything on online, not exams. Okay, some applications, Java application, something. Java application, right example. Like, you have, are you a question will be there something like, are you previously worked or do you have previous IT experience? Question is like, do you have previous IT experience? There are two options, yes or no. If you put no, nothing will be there. But if you put yes, one more box will come. Please enter your previous experience. Same job, same application you open, but you select no, for your box will not come. Your friend will open same application, but if you select yes, then one extra box will come, right? So that we cannot achieve with the HTML. You understand? We can make sure that box always will be there with HTML or box always will not be there with HTML. But if user select one option like yes, then only box should come. If you select no, then box should not come. That cannot be done with the HTML, CSS. We need JavaScript. That is what JavaScript will do. And HTML and CSS are very simple languages, pretty straightforward languages. But coming to the JavaScript, it is like your Java kind of thing. These are programming language, right? Programming language will involve with the conditions, so many things will be there, right? Variables, storing and all. Here also JavaScript will also have the same story. That's the reason here for a front end side also we have frameworks. We have frameworks. But if you look at this backend, here you have so many flavors, right? I told you Java, Node.js. Here I mentioned HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I am telling you JavaScript is a language. But here I am not telling like slash only one language. To add dynamic nature to your web pages, only one language. What is that? JavaScript. Since JavaScript is that much popular, here frameworks also not just one two. JavaScript has so many frameworks like Angular, React, Vue, Next.js, Ember.js, like that have so many frameworks for JavaScript. But out of them, these three are very popular frameworks: Angular, React, Vue. And out of them, Angular and React are more, but in recent years, the popularity of React has been increased like anything in the industry. So in our course, when we are dealing with the full stack development course, right? Ours. So I will be teaching you front end and back end. In the front end, HTML, CSS, JavaScript will be there, and framework called React will be taught. Clear? So these are the things what we learn in the full stack development course. But before that, what is full stack development is, this is the process and different technologies involved in it, and what is front end, what is back end, and uh, just a minute. Yeah, see, Arnold, what that is what, if someone says like, we are developing Python application, Java application, means they are not talking about the front end, because front end is common. What we develop in the front end, HTML, CSS, JavaScript are common. You understood? See, one application, they will tell like, we are developing it through Java, or through Node, or through Python. People usually say like, Java application, Python application means, but front end is done with HTML, CSS, JavaScript only. Clear? Is that clear, Arnold? Yeah. No, Java cannot be used. The only language which works for front end is JavaScript. So, yeah, these are the technologies we learn in our course as part of our front end. It's in this, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. So, coming to the back end, so here I will be giving you the two flavors, Java and Node. But once you are done with React, then you guys can decide. But up to React, we'll be doing first front end only will be done. After completion of front end, then only we'll be moving to back end. So when you are learning the back end, we'll be learning the database also. Don't worry about that SQL database and all. Everything will be covered through back end. So within the back end, that will be covered. And throughout this course, we'll be doing 7 live projects. We'll be implementing. I'll be giving you more than 60 plus tasks you'll be doing this course. So whatever I said in the class, and I'll be asking you people to implement it, and I'll be asking you people to work on that. Those are like assignments that I give. Apart from that, I'm talking about the task. You understand? And the tasks are different and your projects are different. So that will be there. And the course would be completely, it's a practically implemented course. It's nothing like theoretical course, like it's not about learning the definitions. It's not about reproducing the definitions. No. I will be talking about every concept. So don't think like I will be talking. I will be talking about every concept. I will be making you to understand the concept, but immediately you'll be implementing the concept. So that is like, it will be completely practical, and the teaching would be industry oriented, like how the practices are happening in the industry. As per that, our teaching would be there. It's not like uh, whatever we are learning here is something different, and what you are going to do there is something different. Usually it will be like that, but here it won't be like that. Everything is like industry oriented. The only difference is, here you will be working with some projects which are having limited means limited complexity. They're more complex, because there you are not the one person there. So many people will be there in a team. That is the only difference, but same things you'll be doing here. Whatever they do there, the same things you'll be doing here, but they'll be doing for their clients, but here you'll be doing for yourself. That will be there. Clear? So these are the main things, and apart from that, I'll be helping you guys for your interview preparation. That's how you need to do and all. And mock interviews I'll be conducting, and I'll be letting you know where you're good and where you need to improve and all, so that continuous monitoring would be there. And yeah, the lab facility will be there for the people coming for the classroom. You guys can sit here, and even for the online people, you'll be having the what I say, like a group will be there. So in that time, you guys can post your questions and all. So even so I also will be available to you guys, so you can even contact me for anything. So that's it, guys. This is about, actually today I don't want to get into technical things like HTML, how to write HTML things, that I want to do from the next class. But and I will be explaining about what are these live projects, what are the different means what technologies we use in different all seven. I will tell you in first one what are the technologies we use. Second one, that everything I will be explaining in the next session. So because I don't want this session to be an overwhelm, like like a more burden. I don't want, because I want to use today's session for the demonstration purpose. What is full stack development? What exactly full stack development? What is the purpose of full stack development? And how we need to learn that, where to start, all these things. And one thing I want to tell you that if you want to learn this web application process and all, you no need to be from an IT. Some people have that myths in the mind, like if you are from CSCIT, not required. You can be from anything. Clear? Because my old students were there who are from. You are talking about IT, non-IT in engineering. So there are people who are from chemistry, degree from chemistry, and Bachelor of Arts. They are working as a full stack developers. So you know that, right? So not required means that is not compulsion to have an IT degree. Not at all. The only thing is you should have that zeal to learn. Okay. So these are the things, guys, related to today's session. So I'll be extending this in the next session. So today I just want to limit things to this. That's it from my side for today. So now I'm open to your questions, guys. If you're having any questions, I'm open to your questions. You can shoot out your questions. I'll be happy to answer you guys. The duration would be around 4 months, Anil. Whatever my the full stack, it would be 4 months. Yeah, guys, you can ask your questions. You can unmute yourself and you can ask your questions, or you can even post your questions in the chat box. Yeah, Anil. Arnad, Hima, Bharati, Josna. Yes, Raj. I will look into that, Raj. Yeah. No, Arnad. Whatever it might be the backend, only one backend will be there. Choice for you. You can choose any backend. No, no. After front end, you'll be having different streams. So you can choose. You can go for Node.js or Java or Python, anything. Here, all options are there for you. You can choose. No .NET, but these three you can choose. You go Pichen, Madhavi, Josna, Bharati Bhargav. You're having any doubts? Yeah, in any full stack, I'll be talking about microservices, but we'll not be dealing specifically with the microservices. That's a different story, actually. So you have to be a good backend developer to learn microservices. It's for experienced people. But I will be talking about that. No, in SQL it will be MySQL DB, and in NoSQL category it will be MongoDB. Yeah, yes, Anil, Spring Boot will be there. Yeah, both are there, Gopichan. Here, after completion of front end, that is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, after React, your class will be divided. So both will be there. So mostly for Java, it will be MySQL, Bhargav, SQL related things more. So if it is a Node.js stream, Node.js is more compatible with the MongoDB. So there we do learn MongoDB. There is no SQL. That you can discuss with the admin people, Bhargav. So all the technical things I deal here. So there is a number right in this chart. So to that number 8978345335, to that number you can ping. They'll be helping you. So girls, Madhavi, Josna and Bharati, if you're having any doubt, just ask your doubt. If not, just to mention like you are clear in the chat box. If you're clear with today's session, still as of now you don't have any doubt, just mention like you're clear. Else, if you have doubt, you can ask your doubt. Hima as well. Yeah, currently you need to wait, Anil, but may not be for this batch. Some other batch of backend front end is going to be finished. There you can learn backend. So I'll be talking about all the things with you guys. So today's session, keep it for confine it for what is full stack development, what is those things you got it done. That's fine. So all other things I'll be talking. So don't worry about that. Yes, yes, Arnett, that is what I told you. No, 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 not at all. I'll be going everything from the basics. So that's why I mentioned that another what I say stream students, BSc chemistry. So for BSc chemistry people, though those people got job means what? So definitely, it's a different story, right? Everything I'll be talking starting from the scratch. You no need to worry about that part at all. Yeah, if you are at zero, absolutely, then also fine, no problem. But the only thing is you need to put efforts from your end also, all of you. Still, guys, any other doubts? If not, we'll be winding up. And so, okay, guys, then yeah, good to see you guys. So, looking forward to meet you on next day, next class, that is tomorrow. Bye, guys. Take care. Bye.